Hey, what's going on, guys? Good morning. Getting ready to trade the open. I'm a little bit kind of quiet here because today's a snow day, so I've got family sleeping and stuff still. So, what else do you do today? You sleep in and then you go out and you play. So, but anyway, let me get this tweeted here. So yeah, we're just basically getting ready, for the open here. So I'm off today. Just wanted to, kind of had a request yesterday to go live, and I was like, yeah, let's go ahead, let's do it. And so basically just kind of taking it easy, right? I mean, don't want to rush in anything. That's why we use the orb strategy at the open. So right now I'm just kind of looking at the kind of the game plan stocks, right? So the 15-minute orb list, I added BlackBerry, and the reason I did is because they just, if you read that article, they're just doing like a $1 billion acquisition of an artificial intelligence company. So anytime a company, is buying out another one, usually it's going to go down, right? Because they're shelling out lots of money. So it might not do it the first day, but it's worth watching. And then I'm also going to keep an eye on Boeing. Not necessarily going to trade it. And I usually don't take a lot of trades, right? Maybe one or two, but these are just watch list items, so you can kind of see what has the most motion. So you see, I've got pulled up here. I've got Sonos company. So this one is gapping up. I guess it had better than expected earnings, even though it was down. So if our future indicators are pointing up, right? So our spark chart, and I don't have a big enough screen to really keep all the futures up here. Once I get like multiple monitors, I'll do something like that. But I think it's worth, just kind of watching, right? So I'll watch the 15-minute orb on this one. I might even scoot over and check out the 5-minute one too. Just kind of see how much momentum it's getting. This was just fun to trade. I made money off of this when it had the IPO, right? And I did a 15-minute orb on the IPO too. So it had a big range, but it just, it never got stopped out, and you size according to the range. And yeah, so I'll kind of talk about that if I'm going to take a trade on. I'm not actually going to trade through Thinkorswim. I do my trading through TradeStation just because I got a good deal on it for being a veteran. So so I do that, but I still don't take a lot of trades. I mean, I could do it through Thinkorswim, but I might eventually switch everything over here. I'm not sure, but yeah, I do like Thinkorswim, but we'll see. So you won't actually see me put on the trade, but I'll tell you what I'm doing. If I take one, right? Because I'm not necessarily going to trade anything if it's not, things aren't looking right. So, what else? Let's look at see how. And then, so this is my long bias here on Sonos, because if we get the markets pointing up, Sonos should look pretty good. And then I've got Williams-Sonoma. I've been stocking this one for a while. That's why I have Fibonacci's on these, just because I've been stocking them for a while. I think I talked about this the other day on the video. So when this one gapped up last earnings season, I was just kind of studying it to see, if we get a double inside day, and I think it did one time, and I made money with it to the long side. Where was it here? Yeah, it had a double inside day here, and I traded this guy to the long side. Had a nice 2-day move, made some good money on that, and then made some good money on that. And then it just kind of drifted back in, kind of put in this wedge pattern. I was looking for a breakout on it. Eventually it did, kind of perked up, but then came back in. I didn't trade it. Then it went down, right? And then came back in and broke through it with authority, touched the bottom of it, and then launched back up. And then so now it's coming back down and gap into the, this 52.7. And so the reason, I talked about this last night, the reason that I am bearish on this, obviously, we've got, futures down and all that stuff, but you want to, things can reverse too, so you don't want to just pick anything that's gapping. You kind of want to have some logic behind, what you're doing. So there's a nice open gap here from before this gap, right? Now this gap got filled, this one never did. And so now, amazingly, we're gapping down to this 52.5 level, kind of in this range. And so I think on a break of either a 5-minute or a 15-minute orb, as long as these futures, are still pointing down, I think we have a good opportunity to fill this gap today, and it could do it quickly, right? So, so that'll be a good show. So I'm looking at a target of 50. I might do shares I've already got, the cool thing about being at home, I can request shares ahead of time on trades I want to short. So this way I don't get into it where I try to jump, like I tried to do with Huya the other day, and what was that, Eventbrite? Tried to short those, but I couldn't get shares on any of them. And so, so I'll look at these. You know, I like to trade the next week options, but this one doesn't have weeklies, it just has monthlies. So it's kind of tough here, you know, with 10-cent spreads. Because if you do 10 shares, right, I mean, if it just moves one tick down, essentially, you know, you're down, what was it, $100? So on that, so, you know, so you gotta be careful with this. So I might just do shares on this one if it looks good. So those are kind of the two I'm really focusing on. I don't have, you know, multiple monitors. I'll go to the 5 just so we can take a look at that together too. And I'll let you know if I'm gonna trade it. But yeah, then you get a kind of a look at velocity and all that stuff to see what's going on. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. There's another one on round 3. There's a little option sniper right here. Oh, strong. I gotcha. Gotta love option sniper, man. He's a man. I don't know who he is, but he's a man. One of the best analysts out there, and I love what he does. You know, that, like, you know, doing things free. He actually inspired me to really start doing the free videos and stuff like that, just to kind of share what I learned, you know, with the community. So it's real great to have guys like that. So you're not, like, you know, spending money and not knowing, you know, it allows you to develop your own style, right? You learn stuff from these guys. Hold on, somebody's saying the link doesn't work. Hold on a second. I still don't know how some of these guys do services, like how they handle everything, but too much responsibility. Yeah, I'd rather just trade. Hey, what's going on, Kumar? Morning, Nikolai. What's going on? Sam, good morning. Don, good morning. Dirk, what's going on? Hey, what's up? Yeah, so 2 minutes till the open. Like I said, like, you know, when you trade the open, just kind of relax. You know, the other technique, right, we talk about all the time is, you know, it's trading the 60-minute anchors, right? And on days like this, you can't trade this one when it's gapping, you know, but let's just look at, I mean, everything's probably going to be gapping down today, but let's just take Twitter. That usually gives a good, that's fun to trade in the morning, right? So I put in, Twitter's always fun to trade in the open. So I put in inside 60, right? And you got 32.75 and 32.87. So this would be interesting to watch. I'll put an alert on this, like here, if it starts coming back into the range, if the market gets strong, because that inside 60 would be fun to trade to the upside. So we'll take a look at that. But for the most part, I'm going to watch the 5-minute bars now, and then 15-minute bars on Williams-Sonoma, Sonos, and I also want to see NVIDIA. I'm not going to trade it. It's going to be crazy. Because you can do 100 shares on it or something, or even, you just got to be careful over NVIDIA. But I'll watch AMD in sympathy because it trades a little bit smoother, and it's gapping down kind of in sympathy, so we'll see what that does too. And I don't have multiple monitors, so I do just kind of have the watch list here. I've got my phone up with the spark charts on it, and just kind of see the, you know, some of the watch list items, the game plan items. Just kind of, you know, check those out. I'm probably not going to put Benzinga on at the open just because I'll just trade just the technicals this morning. Then maybe later. I mean, I'll only go live here till, like, I don't know, 10:15 or something like that. And then, okay, so we're open. So AMD is kind of starting low. I mean, this is the best part about trading orbs is you don't have to be, like, all intimidated by these opening moves. You know, there's people in and making mistakes and getting stopped out. I mean, look at what NVIDIA, look at all that volume right there. 1.3 million right at the, I mean, you don't want to mess with that, you know. Let it figure out what it's going to do. Look at that. I mean, you don't know which way that's going to go yet. You know, so let's see. So I'm showing future indicators, starting to tick to the upside a little bit. Getting alerts always help me to see what's going on. Let's see, AMD. Let's see, that should be going, oh, it's going green. Oh, look at that volume. 2 million in the first minute. That's awesome. I mean, I guess people are just dumping it, you know, at the open. My buddy was asking me about Amazon this morning, yeah. It's got to, you know, respect your stops on those. All right, let's see how Sono is looking. See if it's getting some strength here. This is why you don't trade like these big things. You let at least the first 5 minute bar work itself out, right? And what's Google doing? I don't know. We had some inside days on Apple and I believe Netflix too. So just kind of keep an eye on this. Google is just kind of doing nothing here. Being annoying. Let's see. So that was that. How's our Williams-Sonoma looking? The futures aren't launching any direction yet, so there's just lots of indecision here. So here, so Williams-Sonoma, if I'm going to trade this to the downside on, you know, it's a 1.5 point bar on this one, right? So I'm going to look and see how this thing handles, like this 5 minute one, and I might short it, you know, because I'm looking for 50. So basically I'd be risking, so the low here would be 52, 50 to 50. So it'd basically be almost like a 1 to 2 risk reward. And that's pretty good, you know. So future indicators are pointing up. See Sono? That's why you don't jump in these things right at the open. See what I'm saying? See the range of that bar is 84 cents. That's not too bad. So we'll see. And if it comes and takes that out, you know, then we got a long, right? So that's Williams-Sonoma. What else? We'll see what BlackBerry is doing for that acquisition news. Kind of a nasty little stock. I'm not going to deal with that one today at all. I'll look at it on Monday on a 30-minute bar. Monday. Don't want to go to work on Monday. All right, let's see. And sorry guys, I can't really check too much, you know, chat stuff, but let's see where we go. Where do you find the definition of orb? Sure. Let me. Do I have that right there? Nope, that's that. I just posted it to Twitter. Let me find that real quick. It's a decent. I'm not affiliated. I don't, you know, promote anybody, right? I'm not trying to make money off of anybody except for trading. So here's the opening range. 1 second. I'll post the opening range bar, of course. Copy link address. Let's try that. Let's see if this works for you. I don't know. Hold on, man. I thought I had it saved to my clipboard. Yeah, here's a link to the orbs. AMD puts, yes, I mean, especially if you have them overnight, it should be doing pretty good. Let's see. All right, so let's see what we're doing here. All right, we're about to reach the 5 minute mark. I'm just gonna check on NVIDIA to see how that's looking. See, that's why you don't trade the open, man. You don't jump right in, right? See, it's still deciding which way it's gonna go. Don't even mess with that. AMD, let's take a quick look. Yep, so you gotta be careful. Yeah, this is your opening range bar. This is your orb, right? So as soon as the 5 minute bar closes, that's your 5 minute orb. When you go 15, it's a 15 minute orb. And they do a break of the high or the low. That's kind of that's the deal. That's the strategy. And on my rules, I say in the direction of the gap, right? So, but it's got to be gapping on news or earnings or something like that. So let's see how the futures looks like they're about to point back down. So I'm really leaning towards this Williams-Sonoma short. So I'm probably going to take it short here. Shares. I'll do. I'm not going to go crazy. Let's see how it looks. Low. 52.34. My trade station will work this morning. It's kind of going a little bit slow. looking pretty weak, so I'm gonna try. I don't want to risk too much. So the low there is 35 or 10 cents below. It looks pretty good. And I'll just put a stop at the top of that bar there. So stop is at 54 instead of 54.06. Make sure let me double check my futures indicators, see if we're pushing. Yeah, we're pushing down. It's worth it to do that. So I'm basically looking at here a $2 stop, right? So, $2, yeah, 166. Give this one a try. Let's go light on it. Let's see if I can get. Won't let me in. Order's not filling. I guess that usually if the order's not filling, it means you're on the right side of the trade. So let's give it a second. Just kind of sitting there, huh? Let's see how Sono's doing. I'm not going to go long on Sono just because the market's going down. So it looks possible. We get a reversal on this. 1777 long. This could be good. I'm going to cancel my order on Williams Nova. Not really doing anything. I'm going to try again on a limit order. If this is boring, trading should be boring, right? Nova is looking ripe to go down. Let's see if we can fill an order. Okay, that's fine. I just won't fill an order. I wonder it's slow. Alright, let's go to something that's moving. How's AMD looking? Definitely looks shortable there. What's NVIDIA doing? Yeah, so it put in its first 5-minute bar low at 161.61, so you know it could be a short below that. AMD might be worth a shot here, like you said. If it gets, yeah, I might do puts on AMD if I can get some. Again, I look for next week's, but you got a range here of 59 cents, so I might risk 59 cents worth of puts. Next week's. Low 81. If it gets back below 81. Hey, what's up, Carl? Sitting out, locked out of day trades. Hey, that's cool, man. Switching to Ameritrade. Nice. What are the abilities? Think or swim there. Free. Cash account. That's good, man. Yeah, just go cash, man. It's easier. This way you just do options and, you know, and it doesn't force you to overtrade. Trust me, overtrading never helps anybody. Yeah, so Javier, what's going on? Sonos could be good. Yeah, here goes AMD now, finally. Let's see if there's anything here. I might do 19s. Let's do. I got some 19s at next week's at $50 or 50 cents. So we'll try that. That's why I say on my game plan, you know, stick with next week's. See AMD kind of coming down. I'll see how Sono's doing. Still hanging in there. I'm gonna put an alert just if it comes and tries to take out that bar there. And Williams-Sonoma. Look, Williams-Sonoma is working now, down 25 cents. I don't know why I couldn't get, why it didn't fill. I mean, I ordered shares this morning, and it didn't fill for me. So that's one of those, like, really type situations. So that was a nice 25-cent move already. It's still putting in a 15-minute bar, so you can just go back to that now and just see. I think a 52 break should get to 50. And that's why we do 15 orbs, so just wait to see what it does, right? Let's see what Stewie's saying there, tweet some stuff. That tweet deck isn't working, I'll delete that. Hey, what's up, Julian? How's it going? Yeah, I put on just a little bit of AMD, some puts on AMD with a stop at the high of the 5-minute bar. Hey, what's going on, Dirk? Yeah, usually I plan these ahead of time and just kind of see what's going on, you know. So with Williams-Sonoma, you know, we're, you know, obviously we're red on the month, you know, with the gap down and all that stuff. So what I do is here is I look for, you know, potential areas. So we're gapping here right now. So I'm looking if this breaks 52 to the downside to fill this gap down here. So yeah, I mean, nothing really exciting. I like Sam's ideas of AMD puts. Market's turning around now, so it might not work out, but we just get out, you know, if they're not working. Yeah, I'll get out of them. No sense in messing around. You can always get back in later if something's, you know, working against you. That's why it's good to wait for the 15-minute orb too. I just get a little aggressive on the 5 sometimes, but I never size really high. So even Williams-Sonoma is coming back. We'll see. So if the market's coming up, I want to look at Sonos now. So let's go check out the 15. Yeah, that's why I game plan ahead of time. So I check out the, you know, for full-time creating continuity. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's why I game plan ahead of time. So you can kind of see what's going on. And then you know where your entries are the next day and what your targets are. So let's see. The Sono is like kind of in here in this range. So that's why it helps to wait for the 15-minute bar, right? Let's see what AMD is doing. Yeah, see? We'll just wait. We'll just wait. I mean, it'll come back. No need to risk everything. Keep it nice and light, right? And if they work, they work. And usually if they work great. So what did our NVIDIA do? It probably reversed, and that's why. Yeah, so it went green. It's just emotional people. And let's see what else we got going on. Anything else exciting? Williams-Sonoma, see, Williams-Sonoma is coming back. I'm glad I didn't get filled on it. So, what else do we have going on? What's Google doing? I was just watching this thing. Gosh, look at that. God, it came back up. Let me go back to the, it's my hourly. See what it did? We talked about it yesterday on the pitchfork. So it came back in, pivoted here, took the inside 60 down off the open, right? And now we're above it. So at this point, what I'll do is I'll watch the inside 60 again, because the first hour is not up yet, and I'll see if it breaks to the downside. Because the market's going to go for a weak bounce right here, more than likely. And then, you know, Google should come back down. I might look at next, see, look at that, see the stochastics are curling over. This really goes really well with our thesis that that Google is going to probably come down to the 1034s, I think within next week. So that's definitely worth watching. So let's go back to the candlesticks. There. See this, there was a very weak bounce today. This is where, you know, or if you're planning on going, if you were long on anything, you know, give it a little time, but don't let these things go red, right? See how it handles this? See how it handles this bar here? You might try to retest that, say for like Amazon. If it breaks above it, great, you know, you've got some upside potential. If not, you know, just be careful. Let's see. Earnings next week. Yeah, Facebook. Oh, what did I miss? Facebook's in trouble, man. So we'll keep an eye on this, definitely on the 60s. So, well, you know, you can see. I mean, oh, what's going on, man? Yeah, Don. Yeah. So let's see, pizza. That was on our long list. Let's see how that's looking. Yeah, that actually looks really good, man. So market's going up. I would say I would go on pizza here, definitely. The range there is only 93 cents. I'll give it a try. Nice job, Don. So along over 59.37, we're there with a stop at 58, 39 or something like that. Okay, right there. So let's see if it gets a boost there. 20-cent spreads, so just size accordingly, right? So basically risking 93 cents. I wouldn't go crazy on this thing, but it's worth a look. Market's going up, so I'll go long. Pizza. Nice one, Don. Good. So yeah, so I'm long now. Pizza. You know, whatever. I just filled at the market, so I'm in here somewhere. I've got to stop here below this bar. So 58. I'm sorry. Did I say so? 58. Yeah, 37 is where my stop is. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not gonna cry if it stops me out, but it's been strong. Shook everybody out, and now it's good to take out. See, first target would be 60.56. So that was good. Yeah. So my fill was 59.50 to the tick. So I'll just let this thing work. If not, I'm not gonna. I'm sized low enough where if I get stopped out, I'm not gonna freak out, right? So plenty of stuff to do today. Hey, what's up, Matthew? Yeah, I mean, GameStop's just getting destroyed. Those are good. Those were great to play on, like the 15-minute and the 30-minute orbs when they, when the news came out on those. And once I get profitable on pizza, I'll, hopefully I get profitable, right? But once it goes profit, I'll, move my stop up to profit, trim some, all that good stuff. So AMD, it's worth a quick shot to see if it, kind of puked at the open there after that first 5-minute bar. It didn't work, so I just got out. This way you can always get in later, right? This way you don't get hurt. Sonoma. What else do we have on the 30-minute list? So we take a look. Walmart, Oracle. So those are Walmart. So yeah, let's keep an eye on Walmart here. See which way that goes. Put a 30-minute alert on that. Option Sniper is talking about calls, so he's definitely seeing he's definitely seen the market going up here. So he's looking at a rally, potential rally phase. So that pizza was a great job, Don. I think it's going to be good. Hopefully, I mean, it's kind of sitting around. Just give it some time. Right, you got all day for this thing to work out. William Snow just kind of went back in there. Sono's coming back up. It's a quick little stock, man. So K-Pax tweeting. That's why it's good to just follow people that help you, right? So like it's like extra eyes, like Don, like pointing out pizza, KPAC just tweeted, the futures, S&P futures are at resistance. So that kind of stuff is helpful. See, Sona's not, it's pretty much doing a reversal type deal. So let's see. Pizza's kind of pausing out here. We'll see. I'll give it time, like I said. No biggie. Let's see. Feels like a Friday today. Alright, let's see. So pizza's looking good. Sona is still in the 16 range. Williams-Sonoma didn't trigger yet. So this will be a good one to watch on the 60-minute bar, right? Or you could trade it on the orb later, but that'll be good to go back and look on the 60s. Look for an inside bar and then a break to the downside based on market movement. What else? How did Twitter do? I think we talked about that last night. I just hate missing that stuff. It's actually, it has an opportunity here for a long. So it's got this bar here, 33.16. So it just broke above that. So it does have some potential to go further. I'm not going to trade it just because it had such a big move so far. But you see how those anchors work? We got down, right? It reclaimed the range. Right, and then here it's dealing with it, right? So I just don't see, like, we're pushing, we're going up. I'm just not seeing a lot of momentum right now. I just think go up $2 and I'll be like, oh, I wish I got it. But yeah, so that shows that anchor bar. You guys are awesome for following this stuff. There's Google back up to 1070, so we'll just keep an eye on that. This market's looking pretty good. Twitter might be a good long here. I might try it. Twitter for me is worth it just to do. So stop there would be 32.90, so 30 cents. So 30 cents. I'll try a little Twitter there. Okay, so far I have a position in Twitter. My stop is at the bottom of this bar here, so we'll go 32.89. I'm long in pizza, so again, light if the market decides to reverse. I don't like going long in this bearish market, but you still got to trade the price action. See, there goes Twitter, nice little bounce. So we'll move stop up to profit on that one. So we'll move stop up there. Trim some off. Okay. You gotta let it when trades work out. And that's it. Not done for the day, but you trade those 60-minute anchors, and so there you go. So let me go back to Twitter. So I went long. I was like, all right, let's see if the market's going strong. Let's go to what we knew, right? Had a decent anchor point, right? And so this one did. And so the first time it was kind of weak, kind of up here. It came back in a little bit, and then I went long the second time, and then it had a nice push over there, and then I'm probably going to stop out of the second half. I moved my second half to profit, but yeah, sell on the first push, move the rest of your stop to profit, and make money. I'm going to get out of Papa John's right now. Made up for it on the Twitter win. I don't know, market just seems to be not pushing out. You can always get in Papa John's later. All right, so 3 trades. Williamson over never filled, but oh, nice, Morgan. What's going on? Yeah, inside day up. Let's see. Yep, that would be super strong. A lot of people short that. So if this, like you said, if this inside day, how's Sona doing? Just keep an eye on Sona there, because this market really keeps going. Market's kind of curling back over again. Futures are kind of curling back over. So you know, if you're profitable, definitely bank your profits now. Yeah, where was yesterday's high? I gotta watch out with Apple. It's gonna try a couple times. So your high there, 190, 197. But the futures are pointing down, so just give it like, what was it? Like 192. You just gotta be careful. We'll see what it does. Your first target here would be 193. You know, if it does hit. But it could find this as resistance, so you don't want to go long, right, until it breaks it. That's what I think a 192 break, because you could go long here. Walmart's taking that 30 down. Hold on, let's go back over there. It'll be a 15 at this point, so give it a second on Walmart. Did put in a low. Stuff, you gotta be careful on longs, right? That's what I got out of Papa John's. Just take your profit on, you know, what you can. Look at this. I'm gonna give it 2 more minutes, or 3 more minutes on Walmart and see if I'm gonna short that. Sona was in a world of its own. Williams Sonoma. Keep an eye on it. All right, I think Apple. All right, Apple has broken above, so I think you're gonna get a lot of people looking at that. I'll take a look at some options on Apple. Maybe 193s if they're available. Nope, not available. Spreads aren't too bad on these guys. All right, see, like we said, the 192 break was good. I got some 195 calls next week's. They're already up, so I'll do a stop up to profit. So now you're good. So if it goes, good to go. I'm not going to trim the options on that one, but yeah. So I got, my fill was, oh man, nice bounce. Goodness gracious. Move the stop up a little bit further. Yeah. Yeah, so I got October 23 calls. And as soon as you can see, it was breaking that area, and filled at 189. You know, they're at 196 right now. So you know, that was a quick 10-cent move on those options. So that was good. Market's still looking pretty good going up. So these one might move a little bit. Now they're at 189 to $2. Gotta love it when a plan comes together. I really like that move on Apple. Good job guys for calling that out. Morgan, awesome. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I did the 195s for next week. I was like, sure. I might do this live trading thing more often. You guys have more ideas than I do. It's, you know, we have lots of eyeballs looking at things. Gosh, it really helps. Yeah, so market's looking pretty good right now. Let's see. Yep, I just stopped profited out of Apple, so that's good. I'm out of Apple. No, quick profit. So 4 trades. I think we're 3 out of 4 or something like that. So it's going good. That's why, like, I've got my phone kind of sitting right here in front of me because I don't have multiple screens to look at futures and stuff. So I can see kind of what's going on. Like VIX is pointing down, futures kind of pointing up, but it's curling back over. So you'll see that now Google is coming back in. Let's see how Google looks. Check Twitter real quick, see what we got going on. Oh, Starbucks looks like it's about to trigger to that hammer from yesterday. But right now I wouldn't go long in it just because I see the futures curling forward. Google. Got Starbucks right there. Starbucks is a good trade. Usually trades pretty well on Fridays. So it hasn't taken out yesterday's highs yet. Definitely worth watching. You guys hear me okay? Oh, that's all good, Don. That's why we're all here, man. Yeah, so just keep an eye on that. Looks like it could do something. If it breaks to the upside, just keep watching these, how the market's looking. Google's kind of coming back in. This is a great place if you were long Amazon, Apple, overnight. Yeah, good place to look at. Taking some caution, moving your stops up, just keep your losses limited. You see here how Amazon is handling this inside bar? It's trying it, right? But it's failing. See? You have to watch. And don't do anything until it breaks to the upside. Or, you know, consider shorting it to the downside. Alright, futures are pointing back up. Not really affecting Amazon, so it's probably some of the other things. Let's see. Yeah, see, everything's still red, but they're pointing up pretty solid. Apple got another push. I wish I didn't stop profit so early, but that's why you bank your gains, right? Because it could have just reversed on you. Let's see how Sono's doing. Sono's got some work to do to get above here. Let's move my alarm, my alert there. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I'm not going to trade the. You could have profited off of that, off of the 15, Don. But I try to do it in the direction of the trend, or direction of the gap. So, but yeah, that would have been a quick scalp off of that to the downside. But let's keep an eye on that. Gosh, William Sonoma. Glad I didn't get filled on that. Goodness gracious. Apple's one of those ones where you're like, oh, I wish I still had that. 193 is my target. Look at that. Oh, awesome. If any of you guys are still in it, congratulations. Inside day up, my friends. So, the magic. Yep. Now just be careful here on Apple. That's why you look at different time frames, right? Because remember, it's great, it's awesome, broke it to the upside. Let's see how it handles that 193, kind of 93 level, right? If it rejects that 200 day, see last time it went up, it was above it and then shot below it. So that's going to be probably new resistance pretty soon. So bears are probably going to start pushing, you know, or pressing down to the downside. So if that's the case, and the market comes in, you might want to look at seeing how it reclaims the range from yesterday. It might be a good short. So if you're long, cool. Just keep moving your stops up. Yeah, BA. Let's see. Oh my goodness, just getting destroyed. Overall, but yeah, let's see. I think VA's got some rough road ahead. Market looks like it's churning up though. We got all right, let's see. The VA. How's it doing on the 30? Yeah. So I just keep watching this guy on the 15. Sorry. Yeah, just keep watching this guy, see if it takes out today's lows. These rallies aren't very strong, right? So you want to look at selling the rips, right? So see already what happened with Apple. And all that stuff. Well, good stuff, guys. I hope this helped. You know, kind of looking at the open, the first 30 minutes here. You know, I took a few trades. AMD, tried shorting it. I used puts on it. I thought it was a great idea. But I just kind of stopped. You know, I stopped myself out a little bit early. I was like, everything's kind of reversing, so you kind of get out of there. Papa John's. Papa's a little bit of a crazy stock to trade, just because it gets really spready. So, you know, we tried that to the upside. Just pulled the stops really quickly, but Twitter worked. Worked nicely. It would still be working. You know, so that inside 60 anchor right there to the upside. So trading that, you know, I moved myself to profit. You know, took half off, made some money on it. You know, so it kind of made up for the pizza loss. You know, AMD. So that was good. And then Apple. So I guess we're 50% batting average, but doing good on the ones that are working. And Apple again was the inside day break strategy. And I can't seem to see anything on this. Thinkorswim is kind of down, but appropriately. But anyway, so the inside day break on that. So hopefully that all helps. And then it's kind of fun to do. So next time I'm, you know, sitting at the desk and trading, you know, we'll try to do this again. And yeah, appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm going to log off here, and but I'll tweet out, you know, some ideas that come up, you know, through the day as we look at, you know, 60-minute bars and stuff like that. So, thanks for, hey, what's up? Yeah, let's just take a look at my Thinkorswim's kind of going slow, probably from streaming, but yeah, just keep trading your strategy. When you go green, preserve your profits, and trade the best setups, and, you know, look which way the market's going so that you're not fighting the direction of the market. Okay. Appreciate you guys. Talk to you later.